Greetings from Shanghai. My name is Michael Schmela and I'm the Managing Director of TaiyangNews. We welcome you to the TaiyangNews and SNEC energy storage and hydrogen and fuel cell leadership conversations. I'm very happy to have with me today Rocky Ma, who's the Vice General Manager of JD Energy. Rocky, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Let's talk about JD Energy a bit first. You are now 5 years old. That's very young, very energetic. So when you look back at your original plans starting the company, so are you happy about these 5 years, about the overall development? So which targets have you met, exceeded? Were there any you missed?
Okay. Thank you, Michael, for your question. Actually, it's a long story. You know, the founder of the JD Energy, his name is Mr. Liu Weizeng, and he got his doctor's degree from Xi'an Jiaotong University, and I got my doctor's degree from Xi'an Jiaotong University as well. And I know him before 10 years. Actually, the JD Energy is officially established in 2018. To be frank, from the beginning, the 3 years, from the 2018 to 2020, zero income was achieved because the whole team, they kept focusing on the research and the development, especially the Mr. Liu, the founder of the JD Energy, and he spent a lot of time talking and discussing with the expert from the state grid and the southern power grid, and trying his best and sparing no effort to get the answer that what battery storage system the power grid needs the most. Then after 3 years, in 2021, the product was developed and launched, which is the all-in-one block-based designing distributed power storage system. After the product and system was launched, especially the state grid and southern power grid accepted very well, and many application projects was established and finished in many parts of China. So that year we got income of 20 million RMB that year. Then the next year the revenue of the JD Energy in 2021 has reached 420 million RMB, and according to our estimation, it will skyrocket to 3 billion RMB in 2023. So for your question, when it refers to the target that we met, I would like to see that the product definition of the all-in-one modular distributed storage power system has been accepted by more and more companies and enterprises in China. And now more and more companies accepted our product concept and joined the camp of this technical route. And meanwhile, as for the aspects that we missed, I would like to see that the application performance in grid side energy storage field and the generation side energy storage field is not beyond our expectation. You know why? Because currently the business model and also the business model is far away from maturity, or you can see that the financial mode is not supporting the return of investment. So most investors, the grid side power system investors and also the generation side energy storage projects investors, they just care about the initial capital investment. Okay. They don't care about the LCOS. But to be frank, our products, we can supply the lowest LCOS solutions. But to be frank, the price of our solutions is like 3% to 5% higher than the standard containerized energy solution products. So the application performance in the grid side and also the generation side is not that good.
Okay. So you mentioned already you're focusing on C&I and utility segment, and you started in China. I think you're now active with big players, as you already mentioned, and nevertheless, I think we have this, and this is globally, but this is also China. We are facing now this overcapacity and this fierce competition. There's also a lot of other new companies coming into the sector, and of course you have also the established ones, the real big ones. So how do you plan to weather this gigantic storm, tornado?
Okay, thank you for your question. Actually, in GD Energy, and I am in charge of the sales and development of the industrial and commercial energy storage projects and product sales. Your question is a very good question. You know, for mainland of China, for the provinces, and which has a very good peak and valley price differences. For example, in Zhejiang province, Guangdong province, Jiangsu province, and Hunan province. And currently, the market is very nice, and it is very, very good for the investors. So I think for the future, for the companies like GD Energy and other competitors, there's going to be a fierce, very fierce competition in these regions in last year, this year, and in the future. For example, last year in mainland of China, the total capacity of the industry and commercial energy storage projects value amounts to 850 to 900 megawatts hour. And according to the third-party estimation for this year, in mainland of China, that number would amount to like 3.5 to 4 gigawatts hour, just industry and commercial application scenarios. And for GD Energy, this year we will deliver like 600 to 650 megawatts hour to mainland of China. I mean the energy storage power products delivery. That will be we're gonna rank number 1 in mainland of China.
Okay, wow.
This year. Okay, that will be very good. We find that because you know for the power station investors, what they need actually is not the lowest initial capital cost. They care about is the for the energy storage power system. They care about most is the whole life cycle solution provider, and you can provide the cost competitive and performance competitive products. And meanwhile, you can supply the excellent post-sales service. And meanwhile, your products and solutions will have a very good MTTR. And meanwhile, you can assure the higher asset utilization rate. And that will be the factors the investors care about the most. So in these application scenarios, the investors, they cared most is not the lowest initial cost, but they care about the lowest LCOS. That is actually what GD Energy is good at.
Okay, understand. Okay, and then when you because you said it's much more than just the capex of the battery. So and in this regard, can you also explain the recent news, like you started recently the Starry Sky Eco partnership, and you started also an O&M platform with this full life cycle services. So
okay, sure. Actually, you mean the Starry Sky Eco partnership you just mentioned is not a new thing in this new energy field. And previously, when I was working in LONGi, and every month we will announce the price of the solar wafers, and for Tongwei, monthly they will announce the price of the solar modules. So after I joined GD Energy, I would say that if it is possible for us to announce the price of the energy storage system price monthly publicly to everybody or to someone who is interested in this field. So beginning from this March, and we held our first partner meeting and seminar in Hangzhou, then later in Guangzhou and in Suzhou and many cities like that. Actually, the price is just one thing that we announce to our customers and friends and potential customers. And meanwhile, in that meeting, we will also announce the service level agreement. For example, currently, Michael, if you have a factory and you install and invest energy storage system in your factory, and we would assure that the MTTR is within 24 hours. That means if different levels of alarms happens, no matter it's a big alarm or a small alarm or a small faulty, and we assure that we will recover the alarm within 24 hours. In this way, we can help our investors to make sure that the asset utility rate could be very higher, more than 98%. That is what they care about most. And meanwhile, we will assure the delivery cycle. For example, if we sign a contract, after we sign a contract, we assure that we deliver our solution and products to your site within 15 days. You must know that currently the average is 40 days.
Okay.
But we assure that we can deliver within 15 days. Then the investors, they care about this. They care about these factors. And meanwhile, when it comes to the operation and maintenance platforms, actually our platform has already established for more than 3 years. And we already update for more 11 versions. And currently, for example, every faulty and alarm happens, the investors and also our engineers, they can track the alarm on the systems. And we define alarm into different levels. Okay, small levels, the message will deliver to the engineers. But if the biggest alarm happens, the alarm will be delivered to the general managers of JD Energy and also the investors at the same time. So we assure that, and also we can track the alarms. When did the alarm happen? When did the alarm delivered to the engineer? When did the engineer got to the spot to recover it? And when did the alarm get recovered? We make every action visible to our customers and to us. So we are trying to bring values to our investors.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, transparency helps.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about your manufacturing and sourcing strategy. So how, yeah, and maybe in this regard, as a follow-up questions, how do your products then technologically differ from others?
Okay. For GD Energy, the CETL, and other very good companies, they are the stakeholders of the GD Energy. So currently, GD Energy has the most advanced automatic production line over the industry, and covering the battery packs and the PCS system assembly and debugging product line. The whole process configured with the MES system, which ensure the production process is stable, and also the information of each line can be tracked and traced. And you just mentioned what is the difference about our products and technologies differs from others competitors. I'd like to say that the GD Energy energy storage system is totally different from traditional solutions. And firstly, we are using a small distributed E-block to replace the big ESS container, which already increase the storage depth into DoD. And currently, most competitors, their systems, I mean the DoD amounts to 90% or 95%. But for our systems, we can reach 100%. And meanwhile, the charge and discharge conversion rate, mostly like 85% or 87%. But for us, the average has already beyond 90%. So these factors we will help our investors get a long time duration to get the investment return, or we can support much higher IRR for the same project, comparing with the solutions from the other competitors. So that is the difference from JD Energy and other competitors.
So that means basically you have CATL as a shareholder, basically. So that means you source basically then the cells from CATL and others, or how is it?
Yeah, actually for the commercial and industrial energy storage application scenarios, and more than 95 of the battery cells from the CATL. Because we actually find, actually we already experienced the batteries from more than 15 companies. And frankly speaking, the batteries from the CATL, they performed actually much better.
Okay.
Because for our customers, we need to assure very many technical factors and data. So we assure that the equipment and batteries we applied can support it.
Okay. So when I think you talked a lot about China and how the market works and how attractive it is. So what are your expansion plans regarding other geographies?
Okay. In 2024, and we're gonna expand our market, not just mainland of China. We can see for the industrial and commercial energy storage power system projects, we're gonna expand our market to Europe and Australia. And actually, many of my colleagues, they are now in Germany and Hungary, and actually we already signed many channels partnership agreement, and now our products is we'll get our certificate of the IEC and UL certificate next March.
Okay.
Then we can deliver our products to Europe and Australia as well. So for the grid-side energy storage power products, the target market would be the US and the India.
Okay. Okay. And so if you go now abroad, so what have you learned actually in China that you think could help this global expansion?
Okay. I think the most valuable lesson we learned from the market of China is that the ability how to survive in a fierce competition. And actually we got the answer is that what more values you can bring to your customers and how giant problems you help your customers resolve, then what you can get from your customers. So we always solve the problems and find our values is that what problems, what values we can deliver to our customers. Currently the price we sell in the market of China is not the lowest, but most of the customers, they can accept it.
Okay. Okay. So in the spring you completed your round B of financing. Yeah. So you already mentioned that you increased revenue a lot actually in these last few years. What about profitability? Okay.
Actually, our pre-IPO financing will be closed this December.
Okay.
And based on the information from the financial department, for this year, our gross margin would reach approximately 100 million RMB till the end of this year.
Okay, nice. So, okay, you have now 5 years behind you. So if you look into the next 5 years, so where do you see JD Energy in 5 years from now?
Okay, I would like to see, we want to be the most trusted partners for the energy storage system investors and the ESS project developers. And we would like to try our best and spare no effort to rank the #1 solution provider in the industry and commercial energy storage system providers in this field globally.
Okay, that sounds ambitious. Good luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good talking to you.
Thank you.